doing? This is Tina the Outsider, and I want to thank you for coming back and watching the second half of my Canton, Ohio trip. I'm sitting in my van right now with the air conditioning on. I'm at the laundromat right now, and I'm going to do a little talking about what I saw at the Saxton House, and I'm going to show you pictures as well. Okay, so this was my time at the Saxton House and the library and museum. And the Saxton House was built by George de Watt in 1840. And a substantial of the section of the house was added in 1870 by the son-in-law, James Saxton. And he was the father of Ida Saxton McKinley and son of John Saxton, founder of the Canton Repository. This was the home of Ida prior to her marriage to William McKinley. And during the time while William served in the U.S. Congress from 1876 to 1890, and as governor of Ohio in 1891 and through 1895. Before he was elected the 25th President of the United States in 1896. This building was placed on the National Register of Historical Places in 1979, and it was established as the First Lady's National Historic Site in 2000. And this was the Canton Preservation Society. Okay, so the Saxton House is a Victorian house. I mean, it's beautiful. It's massive. It has like 3 floors. And the lady showed us, you know, how it once also was a boarding house at one time. So yeah, so that was quite interesting. You could see a long hallway of just rooms in a section on the 3rd floor that we actually went to. These are some of the pictures I took on the tour when we went on the 1st and 3rd floor of various rooms. So I hope you enjoy them. Ida was born and raised in the Saxton House, but she was very, very sick. She had epilepsy and migraines, and it was very hard on her. When Ida married William, they moved out of the Saxton House, the house that she was born and raised in, into a house down the street from them. Together they had 2 daughters, but Ida was still really sick, and both of her daughters sadly passed away, and her mother also passed away. So this made Ida and William move back into their birth house. Her birth house. Ida lived from 1847 to 1907, and William McKinley was born in 1843, and he died by assassination in 1901. He was the 25th president from 1897 to 1901, and he was the last Civil War veteran to be elected president.
They're almost 200 years old. They're in excellent shape for that. I mean, when you consider all the foot traffic that must have been. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then over here you can see right where the old makes the new. So that's where they started the renovation. But those are all original. Now we're going to walk into this room. We're going to put some of the bed. High school.
What district?
I'm going to prefer to teach with Bellevue City Schools. So Sandusky, University of Boys, we're south right off of that. Okay. We're
Well, I taught immersion in high schools, which is a public school east side of Cleveland.
Okay.
And then I ended up, I did my 30 and I went.
So this is the original staircase, and this is the renovated. You can see where it breaks right there. I'm coming.
Okay, the picture on the left wall, I think you're walking in, that is the house up on 9th Street. Now
That's their
you can
original
see
house,
that
right?
that's where they would have their town halls, really, their front porch campaigns, because they had heard about what had happened in Garfield's home. You know, if any of you have ever been to Garfield's home, you know, well, they used to get 20,000 people because it was right by the railroad station, and they used to get 20,000 people who would come and hear him speak. Well, you know, whenever I leave, I'm going to take a souvenir. And I mean, parts of the house, the vegetables in the garden, anything they could pick, you know, put their hands on. So McKinley's decided they wanted to have theirs. They didn't want to have it here. They wanted to have it up there. Now on the curved wall, you'll see pictures, right? Yeah, pictures of William and Ida. Now you see, Ida was short hair.
Yeah.
That was very uncommon in those days. However, she suffers from migraine headaches. So the doctors told her it's that heavy hair
Oh my
that
gosh.
is giving you that migraine. So they had her cut her hair. And of course that didn't help. Or you don't need any supports. Of course the elevator wouldn't have been there, and there's a room behind that. So just kind of visualize it, that they had a lot of parties up here. Now this I'm going to show you here. Remember I told you it was a boarding house?
Oh, I see.
305.
Yeah.
So that is, you know, proof there.
Hey, Ryan,
Now we're going to go into McKinley's office, okay? So, note this up. If you want to see some jewelry, go all the way back and see that here diamond.
So what did you mean that it didn't need support? You mean staff support or?
No, pillars, you know.
Oh, like in the middle of
So
the.
it'll be one over there.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was wondering that
one
too.
over there.
It's getting claustrophobic.
Yes, they have it depicted men's travels.
It does. That's what I guess.
Now, see, this is a picture of what it looked like originally. So the wallpaper is just genuine, but you can see everything. Kids, who is that? He's on your $50 bill.
Grant.
Boy, you guys have $50 bills all over the place.
I was gonna say,
And this is James Blake. Yeah, you wouldn't know him. He always tried to run for president, but never got the nomination. But Garfield did like him, and she made James put him in as Secretary of State. So he had him in his cabinet post. In the, now, that is a safe that was the McKinley safe. That's the original piece. This is one of his original desks. And a trunk. This was donated to us not too long ago. Well, I say that, but as I get older, it's 10 years ago. But this was donated by William McKinley Duncan O'Neill, a nephew of one of McKinley's siblings. This was used in the private quarters of the White House by the McKinleys. It's beautiful, just beautiful. And then this is also a campaign piece, Pittsburgh Plate Class to Major William McKinley. And that's what Ida would call him, her major. And that was from the Civil War. And actually, McKinley was born over in Niles, Ohio. Grew up, was in the Civil War. This is where he met his friends, Grant, Garfield, Hayes. Isn't it unusual they all became president? They were all in this house, along with the wives, because they were all very close. I mean, the kids called each other's families aunts and uncles. There was no blood, but they called aunts and uncles. Well, one time, when Lucy Hayes,
So, I hope you enjoyed our tours today. And I will talk with you later. And I got my stamp. Now we're going to go on to Cuyahoga National Park. Alright, see you later. Hope you like this. Give me a thumbs up. And subscribe if you need to. And we will talk with you later. Alright.